Hello there, right here. Welcome back to another episode on the ProtoTech SMP server, also known as that crazy server who's pushing the limits of what can be done in a vanilla survival world, with crazy goals trying to farm up every mob, block, and item in the game. And if you guys are new to the series, be sure to go ahead and watch the series from the beginning. You'll be able to see all the world records that we have accomplished in this world, as well as tons of other progress made on the server. And you can find that playlist down below. Now in this episode, we're going to start building up the walls of our jungle perimeter. This is the area where we have our parrot farm as well as our ocelot farm. The walls will allow us to cover up all that ugliness that you see in the distance with the lava and the stone in the background. Now we wanted the walls to be somewhat jungle themed, so we actually chose melon blocks as we have an crazy fast melon block farm designed by 0x, and hopefully there will be a video about it on his channel soon. Now to put in the entire wall would be very tedious, and you guys know us, we really enjoy automating the processes of building in survival. So we actually designed some very simple yet very efficient wall building flying machines to build the entire wall around our perimeter. And I will do a separate video with the other ProtoTech members who helped design this and go into more detail about it. So our goal today is to lay out the foundation and build up the wall building flying machines. Okay, so let's grab the materials needed for it. We got one shulker box full of ice, which should be good. We'll need to grab some leaves, which we have to go to the leaf farm, I think, to grab those. I think everything here is... Oh, I guess there is some here. That's a lot of jungle leaves. I don't know if we really want to use jungle leaves. There should be some other leaf types that we can get at our leaf farm. And then the other thing we need is just some redstone. So a lot of redstone dust. I'll just grab some redstone blocks, which we can use to make redstone dust, and then some filler blocks. We should have some of those at the jungle perimeter. And I believe that is everything. Yeah, we also need melon blocks. So let's grab the leaf blocks and then the melon blocks. Okay, yeah, so we're here at the leaf farm, and there is all the different types of leaves. And over here, I think this one is jungle leaves. So we might as well take one. There's a lot of birch leaves, and we need 20 stacks. So let's take all of those. Okay, so let's grab those melon blocks. We'll need quite a few. And the farm is this direction. Okay, yeah. So this is the melon farm, and this is the output for all the melon blocks. So we need to figure out how many melon blocks we need to cover the entire perimeter. So we'll need 50 shulker boxes worth of melon blocks. So we won't be able to carry them all in one go, but let's just carry a bunch of them and give us a good start. We'll have to come back here, but yeah, this thing produces a lot of melons. So let's head back to the jungle perimeter, which is down the jungle piston bolt. And those withers are extremely loud. Okay, let's take off down it. Looks amazing. It has jungle logs, jungle leaves, cocoa beans, very much jungle themed. This takes us directly to the jungle perimeter, which is out, I think, 2,000 blocks? No, actually I think it's around 7,000 blocks in the overworld. So it's a good thing we have a piston bolt to get us there. There. Made it. So what is this? 1,000, so times 8, so it's about 8,000 blocks out. And then this is the portal to get us into the actual perimeter. So yeah, we just came out of the parrot farm portal, and we need to link a new portal up so that we come out of a separate one, which is this one up here. Let's go ahead and light it, and we can use this one from now on. We got the cat farm there, we got the parrot farm there, and now we just have to put in the walls. You see we also broke all the bedrock to Y level 0, so it looks amazing. And we're going to have a flying machine build up the walls, and we might also have a flying machine to do the floor out of carpet. We'll see. Kika's sort of in charge of that. So I think our flying machine was designed to go from left to right. So we'll build up the flying machines over there, and then we'll build up the item dispensing part over at that end over there. So let's go to this corner here, and we'll start building it. One thing we might be able to do is there's kind of a redstone part that's kind of like the brains of it. We could kind of put the brains in like 2 corners and use them for both sides. So that's something we can think about. Let's just work on one side for now. And then if it works out well, we'll build up the other sides. And maybe we'll even notice something. We'll be able to kind of change it so that it works better for the other sides as well. So the first thing we're going to put in is we're going to put in a line of ice, which is going to transport the items. So the player is going to kind of AFK, place it on melons, and we have to give more melons to the player. So we're going to use this ice stream here to transport the melons here. And in some places there might be lava that tries to melt it, but for the most part there is no lava near these edges here. So ice will go along the entire thing. So yes, and then we'll have to put in some blocks on the back side to hold in the water. So we need some blocks on this side as well as this side. On this side right here, we need to destroy a block as we move along. So we need something that can hold back the water but also be destroyed as we move forward with the flying machine. That way the player is able to pick up new items when they come to him. The items don't continue going past. So we kind of need to have a stopper here that moves with the flying machine. And then these leaves will work just perfect. You guys seen our floor placer design? It's kind of the same system we're using where we have leaves that break and the player can continue to collect more and more items as he moves along here. And yeah, we'll just have to come in here. If there's any holes on this side, we'll have to fill them in. I think I'll do that first, and then I'll come in with the ice, and then I'll come in with the leaves. And then the last thing we'll need to do is to put in some redstone dust, which 2 blocks away from the leaves. So 1, 2, so we need a line of redstone dust right here that reaches the entire length. Actually, it has to go around the entire perimeter. So this kind of design is going to go around the entire thing, which should be pretty cool. So Camp Nut is helping fill it in. Just this Y level here. Like, if you look at this Y level, where your head is, and just put a block there. So the ice will go at this Y level right here, and it'll go around the entire perimeter. So yeah, on this corner here, this flying machine is kind of hanging over. So I think what we'll do is we'll remove the bottom parts here, which really don't fly that well since there's bedrock on the other side of it. And then what we'll do is we'll just fly the top piece right there. So this fly machine is also a little bit in the way, so we'll just tear it down. That way we continue with our ice. This is just the returning fly machine for our Dragon Egg bedrock breaking system here. And we're pretty much done breaking all the bedrock in this perimeter, so we don't need it anymore. Okay, so we are done putting ice around the entire thing. That's where the items are going to be transported on. Now we can go ahead and we can put in the leaves. The leaves are going to go right here, all the way around the entire thing. Let's grab all of them because I think we'll need them all. Awesome, so we finished all the leaves, and Camp is working on the redstone dust. Let's go ahead and help him. So the redstone dust is 2 blocks away, so the block there and there. The redstone dust is here. And this is what's going to send the player more melon blocks. So we went around the entire perimeter and put in the redstone dust, and Camp came from the other direction. And we met in the middle. So we got the main 4 things. We got the back block, the ice, the leaves, as well as the redstone dust. And that's pretty much all I need to build, and the rest of it's just going to be flying machines that are going to do everything else. There is a little bit of memory circuit that we have to put in, but let's go ahead and we'll just put in one side of it, and we'll kind of see how it works. We'll AFK that side. If it works out good, maybe we'll use the same memory circuit for like 2 sides. That way we don't have to build 2 memory circuits. They're not that complicated, maybe 20-30 blocks in total to build them. But one of the things we have to do is extend these redstone lines so that they can reach to the far end when they're powered. So we need to, you do F3 plus G, you'll show up the chunk borders, and redstone dust will reach 15 blocks. That's how far it'll go out. And we just need to extend it. So we just need to, for every chunk border edge there is right here, if we just do a repeater and a block, then it's an easy way to continue the whole thing the entire distance. So the flying machine is going to be right here, and then it's going to start and go that direction. So these slime blocks here are going to be holding this trapdoor, and this is where all the items will pile up. So items come zipping down here, and they'll pile up right here. As the flying machine moves forward, this is also going to move forward, so the items are going to stop at a different location each time. That is needed. Then we need a thing that's going to let the player fall from very high up and land. So when the player falls down, he's going to fall on top of a slime block. That way he doesn't die. Otherwise, over time, he would take damage, and you need like food and stuff to regenerate him. Which we might have the player also eat food, but not to regenerate his fall damage. It's to actually have him kind of keep his hunger up, because when he's doing a lot of jumping, he's going to slowly lose it. So the player's going to land on this block here. We also have some slime blocks here, and we're going to have a segment, and this segment is going to move. So we just have a piston. So the sticky piston will pull this back segment, and then this one will push the other one. And then we will put an observer right there. That's going to kind of move forward. Now we need to put something here to move the two sections. And what this is going to do is the slime blocks down here are going to move the rail, and the rail is going to be moving these blocks. So it's just kind of a little trick to move stuff around. So I think we got most of the slime stone in. So right now we are trying to build the top flying machine, and it's just a small piece that goes up here. The top part is in. The top part's way up there, and the bottom part is in. One part we don't have in yet is the redstone at the very end, the clock. But I just want to test and see if it's actually going to like push the player over properly. So let's just hold some melons in our hand, and once we know that works, then we can kind of move on to the next thing. I believe we have to update that flying machine up there so that it's lined up. So it's not quite lined up right now. So we're kind of standing like this. If we fall, we should get the bounciness. And then we hold our right click, and we stack up. We'll have to manually fix the first one. And then let's say the player is like right here. We'll have to figure out the exact alignment. And then he jumps up, and then you drop down. Hopefully I don't die. Okay, so I did take damage. I wasn't quite aligned properly. If your cursor looks down and sees a slime block, then you should get the bounciness. If not, then you're technically not on the slime block. So hopefully everything's set up properly. I'm holding on space. Ah, perfect. That's perfect. See, I hit the bottom, I didn't take any damage, and I'm still jumping. Everything's good. So now, what we need to do is we need to put in the part that gives us the melon blocks. Camp's also been helping. So yeah, just a little bit of redstone at that end. That's going to drop us melon blocks. And then when the player ends up down here, he's going to be close enough to pick up the melon blocks, which are going to be over here in this corner. That is the plan. So let's go ahead and work on that. Camp says I got him to go to sleep. About time you went to bed, Al Gamer. Your head looks really messed up though. It's like cockeyed to the side. Is that how you normally sleep? Head's like resting on the shoulder. Okay, Al Gamer, time to wake up. Time to get some work done. Al Gamer, you're very tired, but maybe if you come over here, you'll be less tired.
Go away.
Oh wow, good XPs. Nice. I think size-wise, it's not too bad. One thing I kind of wish is we built it like over here.
No.
Get the zombie skull on.
Yeah.
I wish we maybe built the machine over here. That way, the flying machine could come closer, or maybe built it over there. The flying machine has to eventually like do these corners too. Ooh, you got a skeleton skull? Yeah, I'll take a skeleton skull. Ooh, thank you, Camp Nut, for giving me a skeleton skull. So I got skeleton skull, you got creeper skull, and our gamer has zombie skull.
I need a helper.
Nice. So we got 40 items there, stack and 38 there. We fixed the redstone, so it's powering it when it's extended. Let's go ahead and give it a try. So I got exactly 64 melon blocks. That's awesome. That's what we needed. So this is all ready to go. All we have to do is now knock out that block there. And we'll get our AFK count down to the other end. Camp, as well as our gamer, went ahead and put in a shulker box on loader. Let's go ahead and give this a try. So the first one we do, we have to start it manually by using a melon block. And then after that, we should be given more melon blocks from the system over here. Make sure you stand back, Gamer, so you don't accidentally pick up melon blocks. So the player will be sitting here AFKing, holding right click down as well as spacebar being held down. There's a bunch of tricks you could do to have those buttons held down. Gamer, do you want to move away from the water stream so you don't pick up any items? And the player is just going to automatically be hopping and placing down whatever's in his main hand. I think what we'll do is also put the food in his offhand. Let's go ahead and just try this first. The player drops down. And now I think it should be giving us more blocks. So let's actually start with 2 stacks maybe? We'll have to kind of figure it out.
Whoa, run, Ray, come.
What?
Come.
I'm following you.
Okay.
See it lightning.
A lightning
What?
strike did that.
What? Wait, what did this?
A lightning strike.
Lightning strike, what did it do? It melted this one?
Or something like around here. But yeah.
Melted this one. Dang, didn't we think if I'd be long enough there to actually do anything? Yeah, it was really bad luck that lightning struck it. So by having food in offhand, whenever we're hungry we'll eat. And by filling up our inventory, we should only be able to pick up 1 stack of melons. And the rest should just sit there until they're ready to be picked up. So it looks like it's working good. Went ahead and picked up a whole stack. And then we just stack upwards. And then we'll get moved over by 1 and pick up some more. We should have plenty of food to go across this entire perimeter. The food just is to feed the player, because if you're playing hard mode like it is here on the ProtoTech server, then over time your character will lose hunger, and when you lose all your hunger on hard mode, then you will actually start taking damage and actually take it all the way down to 0 hearts, and then you'll actually die. I'll go ahead and place my alt account here to AFK, and with this automated system I should be able to come back a few hours later and the wall should be completely made for me. I also got my camera countdown, so I should be able to record all this and make a cool time lapse of all the walls being erected very quickly. And you guys will have that to look forward to in the next episode. And if you guys think you have what it takes to be a part of the ProtoTech SMP server, we're always looking for amazing technical players. So if you'd like to join, or if you know somebody who's looking for a technical server, you can find our application on our Discord. But that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me as I have fun in survival. Bye-bye.